Hi, welcome to Saturday in Seville. It's around 9:40 in the morning. We don't get any light here until around 8 o'clock, and I just nipped out about a half hour or so ago, did some shopping. I was looking for a place to have a cup of coffee, and nothing is open, absolutely nothing. I saw a couple of people around, but no shops are open at this hour. It's basically dead. And so I went to the Carafa Express around the corner, and they were open. I was hoping they'd have coffee available, sort of like a 7-Eleven setup. I just wanted some sort of form of coffee, but the place called a roaster place, which is just down the road, which got very good reviews, that doesn't open until 10 o'clock in the morning. And many other places don't open until later, so it's just a totally different lifestyle here. So I did actually bought a couple of things at Carafa's. I'd got some more toilet paper because they only supplied 2 rolls here, and I got a 6-pack. Let's have a look at the price. Is about it's around 2.1 euros. So I guess that'd be around $4.50, which isn't super cheap, but it's not too bad. It's in the same ballpark as what you pay in Australia. I think I get a little bit of value because the ones I buy at Coles are very thick rolls, and they're triple ply, and they're about $3.60, so they're very good value. There's only 4 of them, but they're much better value than this. But it's I don't think the Carafa Express is that much more expensive than a larger supermarket anyway, so I thought, bugger it, I'd buy it. Also got some soap, bought Dove. I remember the old Dove brand. That was 2.2 euros for 2 cakes of Dove. Here's the pack here. So I think it was on special. There's quite a few specials they've got there. And again, that would equate to around $4 or so, I think. Did I say toilet paper was about $3.50 equivalent, I think, $3.50, and I'd say the Dove's about $4. And I also got some apple juice. Oh, by the way, the toilet paper, the Spanish language is very similar to English, and actually the toilet paper is called papel higienico. Papel higienico. So it is similar sort of language. You can see that it's papel is paper, and higienico hygiene. So paper to be used with hygiene, I guess, is the connection. It makes sense anyway. And the other thing was the juice was actually apple juice, and that's a word that would not come to it. So what is it? Mazana. I may have mispronounced that because my eyesight's not the greatest, so I'm just reading from the checkout. And I did get one other question answered. You do have to pay for the plastic bags, which are called bolso. I've learnt that. That's a new Spanish word I've learned. And the way I remember bolso is, I think a word association, I think of the word balsa, as in balsa wood. It's the only way I can remember it. So it's bolso, it's BOLSO. And so they ask you if you want bolso, and I figured I was still getting used to the accents, but I understood what he said, and he said, yes, I would. I didn't say C, actually. I should have spoken Spanish in reply. So, that worked out okay. And I've got to now head off to the same pub that I went to yesterday, O'Neill's, the Irish pub, which is quite a ways down the road. The football starts at 11:25 our time, and that's the Richmond playing the Lions up in Brisbane. So that's a qualifying final, and it's 11:25 our time because it's a night game in Australia. So there's quite a big difference in the time zone. So, but at least this pub opens at 9. No other pub I've seen here opens that early, so it's my only chance to really go and watch the football. Regarding the grand final, I'm not sure whether they're going to do anything, because there was nobody else watching the Collingwood game yesterday with me, and they didn't seem to have screens anywhere else. So like I said, there doesn't seem many expats Aussies here, so very different to Saigon. However, it'll get some exercise, and I'll head off there soon. But I just wanted to do a bit of an update and show you some prices with shopping. And yesterday, I think the greens cost about the same. They were about might have been about €2 as well. It's quite a decent size pack of spinach, and again that would equate to about $3.50, which is very similar to what you'd pay at Coles. Although the quality of the spinach is not as good as the Australian. The Australian, well, as far as colour is concerned anyway, it tasted fine. It was good in the roll I made, but it's a much paler green, whereas the green of the spinach in Australia is very striking. So it appears to be better quality, but I maybe just an illusionary feeling I've got. Anyway, so that's what's been happening with my domestic shopping and what have you so far, and I'll give you an update later in the day.
It just reminded me that on my last trip here, specifically in Portugal, but also here, a lot of people with walking sticks, a lot more than you'd see in Australia. And I've noticed that here already. There's an elderly woman just before she had 2 walking sticks. Now, I don't know if it's because they can't afford orthopaedic surgery. That probably is the case. Whereas it's probably used a lot more in Australia. I'm guessing that's the difference. All those people would be on mobility scooters in Australia. That's the other difference. But I would have thought there'd be a few of them here. This is not exactly Skid Row. It's a fairly affluent part of the world still. But yeah, no, I've definitely noticed that. It's just my little observation, a blind man's observations. What's that worth? What is that worth after all? Sweet FA, I'd imagine. And anyway, I'm walking on the opposite side of the road today. It's sunnier here, but I will be getting myself a one of those drinks. I'm trying to think what I use word association, trying to remember the name of the damn Spanish beer, Cruz something or other. It's not working though. I can remember the first bit. Yep, I've lost it. I've got the first bit, Cruise. I got that Cruise, as in Tom Cruise, because actually he did a film here with Cameron Diaz. It was an absolute shocker, by the way. But it was an action flick, and there was a great chase scene throughout central Seville. But a very forgettable film. Of course, I don't think his career is exactly going gangbusters these days. But I don't think Hollywood's going gangbusters these days, for obvious reasons, which I've mentioned many times and I won't reiterate. I can hear the cicadas in the background. Summer is here. Also, the other thing I forgot about here is these tweeting pedestrian crossings. They're funny, they sound like birds. It's another thing that reminds me of, it was 5 years ago, but those memories are still there. No doubt I'll be a blithering mental mess in 5 years' time. Hello, I'm at O'Neill's and it's not open. Whereas it was opened at 9 o'clock on Monday to Friday. Maybe Saturday's different for some reason. Crazy. And there's no opening hours on there, so I can't even check it. So I might as well just head back to the city, I guess. Oh, what a pain. Oh, that's really disappointing. That was all for nothing. I made it on time too. A lot of good it did me. Oh. Well, it's all good exercise. I'll go to the local one that's supposed to be open at 12:30. I did see that, So I'll give the local O'Neill's a go today. It'll still be in time for the second half, which is the most important part of the game. But oh God, this is when I need them to be open later. Is actually on weekends, and they're not going to be. Ain't good. Got a lot to learn about AFL. These people. Think there's anything there of use to you or entertainment or whatever, and either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.